If you come here to leave a word for that poem that I do each week, you can do so down below. Make sure it's in parentheses, brackets, or the little squiggly lines, or I won't use it. Also, no names, copyrighted quotes, or song lyrics can be used. If you want to find out why I'm dressed up, sitting in a lawyer's parking lot, and how a 72-hour mental intake and evaluation might have changed my life, well, then stick around. I have a few things to tell you.
It's time for that Word Wednesday Weekly, folks, where Fletch asks you, yes you, the best viewers on all the internet, to leave a word down below in parentheses, brackets, or them little squiggly lines for that interactive poem that he does each week. You also get a weekly vlog, so stay tuned for that Word Wednesday Weekly, starring Fletch.
Welcome everybody to the all-new Word Wednesday Weekly. That's right. Word Wednesday Weekly. It's just like the old Word Wednesday where you leave a word down below in parentheses, brackets, or them squiggly lines for that poem that I do on Sunday. But it's also a weekly vlog. Now you may notice that some things pop up, some pictures pop up on the screen. Not like this. Some pictures pop up on the screen as I'm talking. Like if I'm talking about some music, there might be a music note or a stereo or maybe a megaphone or something pop up by my ear. Or if I'm talking about food or something like that, something might pop up by my mouth. What that is an annotation you can click on that'll take you to a relevant video to what I'm talking about. It's not necessarily a video of mine. It's maybe a video even of yours. It may be something else. If it's music, it may take you to the actual music video that I'm talking about. But that's what you'll find whenever you see these little pictures pop up on the screen. You'll be able to go and see some more of what's going on. Pause this and see what I was talking about. Just keeps on going with the flow that way. It's kind of an interactive or kind of a new way to take the vlogging experience to actually what's going on inside of somebody's head. It's not just about what I'm talking about, it's also about what I see. So, I hope y'all enjoy this new vlogging experience right here. A lot of things went on this week. For one, as many of y'all know, I went in for a mental health intake and evaluation. I was at a point in my life where I was just completely down. I couldn't control life anymore. And it was out of control. I felt like the song One by Metallica, cut off from the world. And it's really interesting because whenever I was going in to the intake, that was the last song I heard play on the radio. It came on right as I was pulling up to the parking lot, turned off the ignition, and the song came on. I sat there and listened to it and thought, that is me right there. I'm cut off from the world. I'm completely secluded. And no one really can hear me. No one knows what's going on inside of me. And I'm trying to let everybody know. And I don't want to, I don't want to just fade away. I don't want to become nothing anymore. And that song really hit it with me. And to hear that as I was getting out of the vehicle, I was like, oh my goodness, this is a sign right here. This is a sign that things are going to, somebody finally understands what's going on. So I got out, went in, did all my paperwork, got the evaluation rolling, and started talking to some doctors and stuff like that. It was a 72-hour intake and evaluation. While I was in there, I was not allowed free access of everything. You can imagine you're not allowed free access of everything. But I was allowed to check my emails. But have y'all ever seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? There's a scene in there where the guy's like, I want my cigarettes. I want my cigarettes. I don't want his cigarettes. I don't want her cigarettes. I want my cigarettes. That's kind of the way I felt about my internet. I mean, the internet was like, I needed it. I craved it. It was like, it's my drug. It's my only thing that I really need. I don't need cigarettes. I don't need sex. I don't need drugs. I don't need any of that. I needed my internet. I needed you. I needed you. Yeah. So that was kind of the crazy thing that was going on with me. I was having this little thing right here. one thing I kind of realized whenever I was in there is that I have always kind of fought with OCD a little bit. Obsessive compulsive disorder, because I used to always have to feel my pockets for I was constantly always feeling my pockets to make sure my wallet was there. I was going over and making sure I shut off the light switch, 3 or 4 times I'd have to go back into a room, make sure I closed the door, that kind of thing. And I'm probably the sloppiest OCD person you would ever meet. I mean, if you could see all around here, you would definitely know that I am not a neat OCD person. I'm like, but I have this obsessive compulsive thing, I think, that I'm trying to work out now. I'm on a lot of different medications now. I haven't really felt too much of the effects of them yet. I mean, I can start feeling a little bit working, and I'm starting to get a little more clarity to it. But I'm in therapy now. I am also in support groups. All right, y'all know that I used to do drugs and alcohol, and I used to be pretty heavy into that kind of stuff. But I quit on my own. Well, okay, well, I mentioned that I used to do that, so now they want me to go to these support groups. And the reason they want me to go to these support groups is because the only contact I have is the internet. They want me to make what they call real contact. You are imaginary. So for all you imaginary people out there, please leave an imaginary comment down below, because I want to keep my imagination away from you, because you're not the real contacts that I need. So anyway, I'm going to be going to these support groups now. Kind of crazy, I know. I'll be going to support groups for stuff that I've been over for a long time and have no craving for at all, and I'll probably start to get addicted to it again. I'll be like, I need that shit, man. I remember lighting up this shit. And I'll probably get addicted to it again. But that is all part of the plan, I guess. That's all part of the whole plan. So anyway, I did the 72 hours, came out. Actually, it was a daylight savings time weekend, so it was only 71 hours, but don't tell anybody. Shh. But we'd set up a bunch of stuff and got the thing rolling there. Now, y'all probably want to know why I was wearing the suit on Monday, right? What was with the tie, Fletch? Why were y'all dressed up? What'd you shave off the goatee for? What'd you trim all up for? Well, let me tell you. As you all know, for a long time I've been writing. And I've been trying to find an agent by writing query letters, right? So I've been sending out these query letters to all these different agents, trying to get an agent. A publishing agent, right? I need a publishing agent. So I'm sending out all these query letters all over the place. I'll get responses every once in a while. Hey, send in this much money. We'll take you on. Well, it's been a little over a week. Yeah, it's been a little over a week now. I got a response back, a good response, and it was having to do with the interactive poems. See, I've been trying to get the interactive poems published. That's what the whole deal was behind the interactive poems in the beginning. So I sent them a link to an interactive poem playlist. This goes clear back to the very first interactive poem. I think Mr. Ed hosted it or something like that. But it goes clear back to that interactive poem, or clear back to the very first interactive poems. And they liked it. They thought the idea was completely unique. They loved it. They wanted to make a deal. Well, then I went through all this thing right here, and then anyway, on Monday, I went into an attorney's office to have them litigate the contract for me, which was a very good idea, because there were some things in the contract that I didn't even think of, like if they wanted me to do a rewrite, or if the editor needed to do a rewrite or something like that. If there was anything that needed to be done, it wouldn't cut against my timeline, which makes that very nice, because I wouldn't have thought of that. Now, it cost me $250 for the attorney, but the attorney is no way at all connected with the publishing agency. So that kind of made me feel good that I have my own attorney. They have their own attorney. They were like on the phone on this conference thing. New contract came out. We faxed it. Boom, boom, boom. Signed it. Bam. Witness. Boom. Signed it back. Fax, fax. Boom. I am in a contract now. Of course, I have deadlines and stuff, which means that I really need to get on the ball about writing this. I need to be writing all the time. I need to be writing 24/7. I need to go buy a laptop. Any of y'all that got your tax money back, are you going to upgrade your laptop? Maybe you want to sell your old one cheap? I know a guy looking to buy one that doesn't have much money because he just has to spend out a whole bunch of money on freaking medical bills. I tell you what, it's crazy. Anyway, that's what's been going on with me this week. This is the first weekly Word Wednesday weekly, so it's going to be kind of rough. I assure you that I'm going to be working on this and fine-tuning this to where it will be an entertaining show for one and for all, and I hope that you all can keep coming back, and don't forget to be real for real.